Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Mark Avens here, creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. If you are looking for a breakthrough in 2022 with your weight loss, you need to be reaching out to me sooner, not later, because the year is going to go by quicker as we get older. It's going by faster and faster. But listen, today, 3 best types of exercise to help you lose weight in 2022. I want to share those with you in just a moment. 3 best exercises to help you lose weight in 2022, especially if you're over 40. So, of course, you're going to hear me say this, any exercise is better than no exercise, right? So regardless of what I'm sharing with you now, if you are exercising, I want you to give yourself a little clap. If you started maybe back in a new routine in the new year, congratulations. That is definitely something to be proud of. Even if you haven't even had a chance, it's been only a week, right? We're only 1 week in. But if you started on an exercise path, congratulations, you're doing something, which is great. But I want to help you understand how best to help you with your weight loss moving forward into 2022, especially if you're over 40, which the majority of my audience is. So thank you. We're on Facebook, right? The other ones are on TikTok and Snapchat and all those other things. But here we are. We're still kicking on Facebook, us oldies. So let's dive right in. There's really like 3 best types of exercise. So number 1, you have cardio. So they're really, like you hear, cardio or strength training. Should I do cardio or strength training? Well, let me just tell you, cardio is a great way to help you lose weight. Whether you are walking, whether you're jogging, whether you're running, whether you're biking, whether you're doing a spin class, whether you're doing a stationary bike, whether you're doing hills on a bike, whether you're getting your heart rate up swimming, whether you're doing cross-country skiing, maybe you're playing pickleball, whatever it is, cardio to get your heart rate up, whether you're using a piece of equipment in a gym, a treadmill, an elliptical, a step mill, a Stairmaster, you can fill in the rest, recumbent bike, stationary, upright bike, all those types of things, rowing machine, all those great things. So those are all great tools. So cardio is one way. And here it kind of gets a bad rap. People like, oh, cardio is not a good way to lose weight. Well, if you're not doing anything and you go to do something, like I had said in the beginning, something is going to be better than nothing. Cardio is, especially if you have extra weight to lose. If you're losing and you need to lose anywhere between 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, it might be hard to do some other exercise. Or right now, your body is limited just by being inactive. Maybe the excess weight has caused your body not to move as well. So moving is going to be better than not moving. So getting your heart rate up, cardiovascular, moving. Now there's 2 types, right? Cardiovascular, you have your high intensity and your low intensity, your high impact and your low impact. So of course, I'm going to recommend, especially as we get older and our bones start to break down, the lower impact is going to be more beneficial. One of the things I learned in my journey is, and I used to do all kinds of crazy stuff not too long ago either, where it was more high impact, more the bounding, the jumping, those things. And not to say that it really was necessarily a bad thing, but I'm definitely in a different season. My body is really is getting in tune with the direction I'm heading. But again, this is about you, not me. So I want to make sure you understand that there is a difference when you are doing cardio. So perfect example, if I know a lot of people say, well, I don't run anymore because of my joints. Well, walking is a good option, or an elliptical machine is a good option for you, or something where you're going to have low, if not even no impact. Like even cycling, I would say spinning does have impact, especially if you're coming out of the saddle and back down and you're up and down and those types of things. But like a recumbent bike or maybe a stationary bike where you're not putting the pounding pressure, that being more of a high impact. So that's cardio, number 1. So it is a good form, very, very good form, one of the best forms to help you lose weight exercise-wise. So don't let anybody tell you that, oh no, that's not good, you need to be doing strength training. Well, strength training is an option, that's number 2, but it isn't the only form. So I want to encourage you, if you're looking at what everybody else is doing and saying, oh, I need to do this and I need to do some of that and I need to do that. If you're getting started, some cardio is going to be just fine. In fact, a lot of my students that get started work on their steps. Now it's a little struggle because it's winter time. I have some of my students that are joining inexpensive gym memberships or going to malls and finding places where they can walk and get their steps in, because it is helping them become more active. And that's the name of the game when it comes to exercise to help with weight loss. Number 2, strength training. So It would take me hours and hours to go over all the strength training, but you obviously know as you strength train, what does that do as far as obviously it gets you stronger, right? It helps to build your strength. Well, it can. And I say strength training by itself doesn't. You do definitely need to look at the things you're doing after strength training, like how are you replenishing your body? How are you getting the proper foods in, getting enough protein? Because you don't get stronger when you work out. In fact, it's the opposite that happens. When you strength train, you're actually tearing muscles down. Now, there's all kinds of strength training, whether you're using machines or free weights or body weight or bands or kettlebells or TRX, whatever that case is, strength training where you're actually putting resistance on the muscles, you're asking it to contract. Strength training, you're saying, okay, we're going to put a force applied to a muscle. We're going to put some tension on the muscle so that it can say, hey, it's time to work. You're going to break the muscle down. And then when you go home and you eat healthy and you get good rest, your body repairs, gets stronger. Why is that good for weight loss? Well, strength training, regardless of how you do it, strength training is really, really valuable, really only if you have your nutrition dialed in, because what happens when you replenish your body with the right nutrients, it gets to the muscles. And what happens to the muscles, it repairs and gets stronger and grows. And what's really, really great about muscle is it asks for energy and fuel. So when you have more muscle on your body, that's why it's so important to have good muscle integrity on your body as we get older, because it actually helps you with your metabolism because it needs more fuel. It's really, really a great combination. So again, is cardio helpful? Yes, you can definitely lose weight with cardio. Strength training, yes, absolutely. You can lose weight with strength training. In fact, those are two of the best ways for exercise. Now, of course, what's really important if you're over 40 is you have to know where your body's at. One of the biggest challenges I see with most people is they just kind of go along for the ride. They join a gym or they join some maybe hardcore training center and they just follow suit. In fact, we had one of those, and I would say is I took extra precautionary efforts for the people that came into the doors of our gym when we had it to make sure they were all evaluated. They all had exactly what they needed. We knew where their baseline was. The hard thing is if you don't know where your baseline is, it's going to be very hard for you to make any kind of significant progress. So like right now, if you go to a gym and join a gym and the trainer just shows you some equipment like they do with everybody, and then you're off on your own, it's going to be really hard to maximize the value and the time that you spend in the gym. And I'm all about efficient. One of the best parts about the Lean Body Breakthrough Coaching Program, again, if you want more information on that, Breakthrough 2022, send me that private message. And we are going into 2022. I'm looking for 200 people to help in this next year. It's a pretty lofty goal. I'm excited about it. If you want to be one of those to succeed in 2022 and you want to have a breakthrough with your weight loss, message me, Breakthrough 2022, and we'll go from there. All right. So, and the last part is actually something that we've dialed in so well. My inner circle, my students, my team, and it's really helping my students that are over 40 crushing all of their weight loss goals. And one of the things, we meet them exactly where they're at. So that's why I have conversations. That's why we do evaluations and assessments and talk through where you're at, what you're trying to achieve based on your goals, right? Like not everybody wants to get necessarily super strong. They want to get the weight off and they want to live life and they want to do as little as exercise as possible to get the most amount of results as possible. And that gives me to the third, which is called compound training. And that's just a simple word to say you're combining the cardio with the strength training. Yeah, you can say HIIT training and all that, but I would just kind of warn you a little bit. I just caught precautionary. If you're new to exercise, or you're getting back into exercise, you have a bunch of weight, be very careful when somebody says, oh, you need to do HIIT training. You need to do HIIT training. I'm going to say, you know what? You might get hit hard with maybe an injury or maybe doing something that's inappropriate. So just keep that in mind. Hey, good morning to you. Sorry, I'm in the moment here. Diana and Marcy and Bill, thank you for watching. So the third thing being compound training. So compound training is just a combination of getting your heart rate up and actually doing some strength training. We've dialed that in so well. In fact, what's so awesome, and I've been able to dial in over the last 27 years, right? So trial and error, lots of ups and downs in the trenches. When we had a gym before that, working with people in their home, only having an hour to spend with my students and then people that come to my clients at that time and people coming to the gym only having a set amount of time. We had to get maximum value, maximum benefit. So we incorporated some cardio with some strength training, and that's just really compound training. And all that means is, and that even could be body weight training. And one of the best parts about my program was actually Corona proof. The last couple of years, a lot of people starting out, they were working out at home. They didn't have the time to get up and go to the gym and change their clothes and wait in traffic and wait for machines and come back home and change out of them and do that. And now where a lot of people are working home, and yes, can you go to the gym? Yeah. Is it clean? Do I have to wear a mask? Do I have to spray down? Am I going to get sick? All those things. Like, we just removed that off the table. So I've been able to put together in my Lean Body Breakthrough program a combination. In the beginning, I have some people that transition and they go into the advanced stages of strength training and they go to the next level. And that's the beautiful thing, is they just like, okay, I've set and I've achieved these goals. What are going to be the next direction for the next set of goals that I'm trying to achieve? And that's having that peace of mind, just saying, hey, just tell me what I need to do and I'll do it. There's something to be said about that. There's value in that. Again, it's really hard to figure out on your own, especially with all the information we have on the internet. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of types of workouts. But I would imagine if you're like me and anybody else, most of my students, they're like, just, you know what, tell me what's going to get me the best results, fastest results. And one of the things my students do in the beginning is they get started on more compound movements where they're using their body weight and they're getting their heart rate up and they're moving. And honestly, workouts are 20 to 30 minutes. You don't have to spend excess time in a gym to get great results, because honestly, more is not better when it comes to getting an exercise for weight loss. More is not better. Better is better. Keep that in mind going into 2022. And I want to ask you this question as I leave. What do you think going into 2022, if you could be consistent, if you could have a consistent exercise routine, and you could go forward in this next year, and you could have where you don't really have to think about the exercise, you just have to get up and spend 20 to 30 minutes and know that you're getting a combination of cardiovascular, a combination of strength. You don't even have to use a gym. You don't have to use equipment. You don't have to worry about the mirrors or other people looking at you in a gym. There's peace of mind there. And I'll tell you, that's one of I would say, the biggest values a lot of my students who have excess weight, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, what have you, coming in, they don't want to be intimidated. They don't want to feel like they don't know what they're doing. And what better way than to have a coach and a team by your side to basically walk along with you in this path that's already hard to begin with. Listen, the hardest part about exercise is being consistent, right? The hardest part about exercise is being consistent. Well, how do you become consistent? Well, you pursue an exercise plan that's going to get you results, whether it be cardio, whether it be strength training, whether it be compound training, regardless of what that is, something that's going to be helping you become more consistent. And the true key to weight loss, now we're specifically talking about exercise today, is consistency. Consistency is the key to anything, right? You think of anything in life, nutrition, the key to getting your weight down. Obviously, it's in calorie deficit. So people are like, oh, no, I don't eat enough calories. It's calorie deficit. I'm telling you, when your body is burning off more than your body is consuming, it's called calorie deficit, and that's where you will lose weight. Now, if your metabolism's all jacked up because of all the diets and quick fixes and pills and potions, then we have to kind of like clean the slate, kind of clear it out, have a renovation, transformation. And that's something that can happen, but most people don't. They usually give up too soon. Of course, we know it's the new year, new you, resolution time, all those good things. I'm asking you, do you want to just go through the same old with resolutions and do like the majority of this country? 92% of people are going to give up so soon. Well, it's easy if you're not getting results. But what better than to get results on your exercise routine? And listen, whether you do it from cardio, and you can, or strength training, or compound training, the best and most important thing is you know where you're at, you have a baseline, and then from the baseline, you pursue something that's going to get you results, but also is not going to hurt you, and is also going to challenge you enough to say, you know what, I can see this is going to challenge me, but I can also see that this is going to get results. And the best way to know if it's going to get results is if you see it's actually happening with other people. And I think that's what I love about my Inner Circle crew is I have members in there who have been pursuing it, who are achieving results, who are getting fantastic transformations in their bodies, losing weight and succeeding. And you have the exact same opportunity as well, whether it be with me or some other coach. But if you want to know more about mine, it's Breakthrough 2022. Shoot me a private message and we'll take care. You guys have an amazing Saturday. I hope this helped. 3 best ways, 3 best types of exercise: cardio, strength training, or compound training. Take care. God bless. Happy Saturday.